Today's video is all about the core. Before you're doing your heavy lifting, you want to make sure that your core can support all of the movements you're doing. We're talking about strengthening the core. I'm going to go through 4 exercises that will help your core get strong to lift as much weight as you want to lift, to be able to do all the things that life requires of you to keep that spine stable, which is the job of the core. Today we are going to be working our abdominals, our QL, our quadratus lumborum. We're going to be working a little bit of glute strength, and we're going to be working our pelvic floor in all of these movements. Stay tuned, we'll get started. Right out the gate, we're doing one of my favorite exercises, which if done properly is going to kick your rear end. If you're not doing it right, you're going to say, what's the hype about? It will not affect you. So you want to make sure you're doing it properly. The first step, we're going to think ground up. So you're going to press your toes into the floor, grind the toes into the floor, contract your quads, think about your pelvic floor and pull it up. So if you've done Kegels, that's what you want to do. Pull your abdominals in, your scaps are down and back, your lats are engaged, your chest is up, and we're going to go from side to side. This band, this is crossover symmetry that I have. You do not want to rotate. Want to go from one shoulder to the other. This should be difficult if you're contracting. Even if you're just standing here, this is tiresome because all of your muscles are contracting. You're fighting against this resistance. You may feel it in your sides. You may feel it all over. Go for 10 to 12 reps. One of the earliest core exercises we do is our all four hold. You're going to have your hands under your elbow, which is stacked under your shoulders. Your knees are going to be under your hips. You're going to raise just a couple inches off the ground with your knees and hold this position for up to 10 seconds. We're going to progress to 30 seconds before we make that more difficult. Once we've progressed to 30 seconds of a hold, we're adding in the raise. So again, you're here, and then you're just going to slide over and tap shoulder to shoulder, kick your butt, kick your butt. During this time, you want your back flat as if there were a glass of wine sitting on your back, and you don't want it to spill. You're trying to remove a table leg and still keep your abdominals in and your back flat. We are doing walking plank, so I'm not a big fan of holding the plank for 4 to 5 minutes, but I am a fan of holding the plank and then adding movement in there. So that's similar to life, and that's how we want to train. We're starting in plank position, so I usually over-exaggerate this. You can think your rear end is high. You're going to drop your rear end, pull your belly button in, and your upper back should round. It should make you talk a little funny. You're going to hold this for 10 seconds before you're going to transfer to the side. Now you want to make sure this shoulder is back, the scapula is retracted, and your elbow is under your shoulder. Your abs are tight, your glutes are tight. You're going to hold this for 10 seconds before going back to the front where you hold for 10 seconds. We're going to go to this side. And again, we're making sure elbow is stacked under the shoulder, scap is retracted, and then back to the front. So as you're doing this exercise, you can stagger your feet or stack. I prefer stack. To make this easy as possible, you just hold the plank. To add a little more difficulty, you can add in the arm and then the foot for max difficulty before going to the palm. We are bear planking with pull through, so you're going to want to come to an all four hold. Grab a light weight at first. This is 4 kilos, so about 8 pounds. You're going to contract your abdominals, squeeze your glutes, your wrists are stacked under your shoulders, and you're going to raise your knees a couple inches off the ground. You're going to drag this weight through. You should end up with a little smiley face on the floor. You want to pull this weight with a drag, not lifting. We're not looking to work our lats, we're looking to work our core. To make this exercise more difficult, you're going to go into a full plank. Abdominals are contracted, your glutes are working, and you're going to drag, again, from one side to the other. You're going to feel your core working with this exercise. Add in those core exercises this week to help your body stay pain-free and to keep you fit for life.